The views, opinions, and representations expressed on the K-Ghost Radio Network and its website are those of the host, guest, and participants, and they are not necessarily those of or endorsed by the network, its affiliated stations and broadcast, management, or advertisers of the network. The show is found under LGA Broadcasting Network. UFO Talk Radio can, but does not necessarily promote any particular lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only, and they are not intended to treat or diagnose and or claim to cure any disease or condition, or give any medical or legal advice. All music is purchased and owned by LGA Broadcasting.
I got the windows rolled down, got the radio up, and I'm heading out of Vegas tonight. And it's a 1:30 on a 4-day run, and the desert is a welcome sight. I can see you there in that dress you wear, and it's keeping my foot on the gas. I drink a gallon of Joe just to make it back home and hold you in my arms at last.
You're listening to Glenn Leary on UFO Talk Radio from the LGA Broadcasting Networks. Are you ready? What you are about to experience is real. Right along with us. From deep in the desert of Nevada, The Glenn Leary Show.
And I am here, everybody. I bid you all welcome from all over the world, what time zone you might be in, or wherever you may be, I'll tell you for sure. To all my affiliates out there and small broadcasters, small low-powered FM and AM net, Leo out there, I say hello to you. To all the K-Ghost listeners out there, FM 11.3, AM 1610, Community Hobby Radio, Part 15, and beautiful downtown Good Springs, to KPFF in Pahrump, Nevada. What a fantastic station they have there. Yeah, you guys are very lucky up there, of course. I'll tell you for sure. That's my favorite thing to say. I'll tell you for sure, and that's the truth. Yes, I want to say a lot of people out there. To Ken and Dee, tonight we'll be talking about dreams. What type of dreams have you had? And if you've had dreams, what did they mean to you? And, you know, what do dreams mean? If you have some insight on that, we'd like to hear about that also. A lot's going on, of course. Gosh, I got news about the big black hole coming. You know, we're going to have a big black hole, and it's going to take us in. I don't know what these people are talking about. I think that's old news, isn't it? There's another new black hole. You know what a black hole is? Let me show you. It's kind of weird. I've seen these things, and it's crazy how I guess they're a star that blows up, or yeah. Here's one right here. I'll show it to you real fast. Yeah, there it is right there. There's two of them, and they just sucks in planets and stars and all sorts of stuff. I just hope they don't suck our planet in. That would be the end of everything, you think? Yeah, there's stars up there. Yeah. And I guess the big one's coming. I don't know. That's what they say. Something else to worry about, I guess, but I'm not worried about any of that stuff. I mean, God, what can you do? What are you going to do if the black hole takes the Earth? We're all going together. That's all of us. You know what I'm saying? I want to say hello to the fire department over there in Avondale, Station 23, everybody over there out there doing a great job, and to our guys here locally at beautiful Good Springs, of course, Station 78, 87, and 77, Clark County, and all the nurses and all the EMTs and everybody that works in EMS. We do thank you very much. And to our soldiers out there, we salute you and thank you, our military. A lot of weird stuff going on out there right now, and it's kind of scary. Yeah, let's see how it all works out, and I'm sure it will. A little bit of a prayer, I hope. I'll tell you for sure. Vancouver's on the line right now. I can see them out there. I also see Idaho, and I see Reno. I want to say hello to those folks over there. And to Barbara and Neil over there in England. I know they listen. Ed and Jonathan in Texas. Lou Barnes and my buddy Rob up there in Pahrump, Nevada. What a great place, Pahrump. I told you about that radio station. And he does listen to it, too. Of course, in Chief Hall and a bunch of other folks down there. So we're also live on YouTube, and we're on a lot of podcasts right now. Our Facebook page is going to have new design to that, and the web pages. We're going to go out and do some new stuff there. Yeah. Well, our phones are working, by the way. I got on that. You know how the houses that's been in the rural areas. They go down and they have to be reset and what have you. So I am actually that's a good thing. That's working out for us. And so we got them up and running. For how long we'll see, but at least they're up and running. We'll get some calls today on this, So kind of open lines also for everybody. You want to talk? Let me turn this other radio down. Too loud there. Get a little feedback. Yeah, and open lines, and we'll talk about a lot of things. Kind of, what do you think about what's going on in the news? We're trying to keep away from the politics if we can, but more about space and like I tell you, the black hole, And I know they're developing a black hole. They're making one in this other country. Why would you do that? I don't know about mass, and I don't get it either. But yeah, pretty crazy stuff. A lot of new sightings of UFO. There's one up in Yelm, Washington, around Mike's old woods up there, by stomping grounds, and apparently it was a cigar-shaped looking UFO, and it was seen for about 8 minutes, and a lot of people saw that. A lot of orbs being seen everywhere, and it's getting we're getting to see more and more of this, of course, as things unfold apparently in the UFO world. Now, though I have not heard of anything new of disclosure, but we'll see. I saw the picture of the alien guy, and they're holding him up, and I guess he died after that video was taken. I don't know, but it's on YouTube and it was sent to me the other day, and kind of looked like a puppet, but no, I guess maybe not. I don't know. What do you think about that? What that was seen? I'd like to get your comments on that also tonight. When they do land, what are you gonna do? I mean, who are you gonna call? I'd be calling everybody I could think of. Tell you if it landed in my backyard, of course, everybody would see that. And of course, I'd get it on camera, get it on my show. Yeah, but I would. Had a good week, by the way. Hope that you did also. Very productive. Got some things done. We're redoing another studio. That's been a lot of fun. A lot of wires and connections, as you know. And we're going to be switching out here and there. And so I'll be in different studios. Olympia Radio will have its own side, which will be on K-Ghost, by the way. And that should be its own YouTube channel, too, with that. All tied in with StreamYard. What an incredible thing, yeah. But we are also looking at some of the phones, by the way, just in case. I'm going to keep my promise there, tell you for sure. Let me talk about Fran. He's got some cool stuff working. He's doing right now. He's got this Italian-American show, and we're going to try to get involved with that, and have him on and talk about his Italian show. And it's pretty cool stuff he's got going in his deal. So, and okay, by the way, I want to say hello to all my ham operators out there. 73s to you and all the side banders, I may say. World Radio, we want to say hello to you also. I know you guys are listening. We do thank you for that. Ray's Honey, of course, we talk about him. His phone number is 702-885-1260. Yeah, Ray's Honey. Honey's always good for you when you have these allergies, to tell you for sure. Yeah. We're going to open lines in just about, I'd say in about 10 minutes. And we're going to talk about dreams. When you get out of bed, you've lost 95% of your dream. You've forgotten it. Yeah, isn't that crazy, Do you ever have dreams where you want to go back to your dream and redo the dream? I do that once in a while. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, of course, you have nightmares, and those are really bummer dreams, tell you for sure. And I like the flying dreams, but I hate heights. But I mean, when you're flying, I don't really worry about it, But these dreams are pretty interesting. Yeah, dreams mean certain things also. You get in that REM sleep and you start dreaming, boy, you got it made. A good night's sleep's good for you. And they say it also helps with if you have any type of like stress and really deep fears and stuff like that. It really can help you out because sleep is good. It's good, healthy for you. Recurring dreams, like I say, if you can come back to those and finish them, maybe somebody you want to see in your dream. You want to visit like an aunt or uncle that's passed away. Think of their name and mention their name 4 or 5 times, and apparently you'll be able to dream of them. I've heard also good sleep is good for vertigo. If you have vertigo, get some sleep get some hard, good sleep and rest, and then it starts to go away. I was told that just the other day. You ever had vertigo? Oh, it's terrible stuff. My buddy has that. My friend does too. It's not good stuff. Tell you for sure. Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna open the lines up here in about. I'll give it 5 minutes. What the heck? I heard a story about a lady that would have these dreams of her going to the ocean, and when she would go to the ocean, have some cool experiences, and really into the universe, and but she says she can astral project out of her dreams and go different places, and she had woke up with sand in her bed. Can you imagine that? Sand in your bed. Now, come on, I thought that was a little far out, but I've heard of things like that. There's you took a walk, you put your shoes on, and there was mud on your shoes. You woke up and they're underneath your bed, but there's mud on your shoes. Things can happen. People can communicate you through dreams. The psychic world, that's where a lot of one of your loved ones can communicate with you, or those that want to get in touch with you. Might lead you down a certain path, a good path. No, don't go this, don't make that deal, whatever. It could happen in your dreams. Yeah, dreams are pretty crazy stuff. I dream about a black hole like everybody's talking about. I don't know. Now, what do you think would happen if we went into that black hole? Just hypothetical. What would you think? You think the whole earth would stop spinning, or we just go into another dimension? Or, what would happen? We all would seem to exist, do you think? Or do you think it would crush us? Or would it just put us down a tube to go somewhere? Or like these UFOs may travel through these black holes and arrive somewhere else? Or that's kind of an interesting concept, isn't it? Yeah. Interesting. I'm going to say hello to Chris and Val out there. I'm going to say hello to Pat and Tracy. Yeah, nice folks out there. I see that they're on the board. Yeah. What would you think would happen if that black hole grabbed the Earth and sucked us right in like a star? Of course, we wouldn't be next to the moon anymore, or the sun. Who knows where we'd end up? Another time period for another dimension. That's interesting. Another dimension of time. Yeah, pretty crazy. Don't forget about Halloween. I'm going to have a good show on Halloween, by the way. Going to have this kind of spooky stories being told. I'm going to give away a couple transistor radios for the best story told on the station, on the phone lines. Want to mention the Pioneer Saloon is going to have a Halloween party, and it's on the 28th. So it's a 70s type of theme. They're going to have some fun stuff going on, some fun food. The band's going to be there. I'm going to stop in and say hello. And it's a 70s type of look. We'll have some old 70s clothes. Do you keep clothes around, old stuff like that? It always says it comes back. Or does it? I don't know. Well, I guess I still have some of mine. But so I'm going to head down there and have a nice Halloween party with those folks and listen to the music. Stop by and see me. You can have great food and great drinks. We'll be having a great time down there. Yeah. Old Man Liver. Yeah, that's a whiskey, by the way. Old Man Liver whiskey. I met Old Man Liver. Quite a character. Great guy. You might get a chance to meet him there at that Halloween party. Pioneer Saloon. Yeah. You'll see me down there. I have a lot of fun. Again, Ken and Dee, saying hello to you. They're in Florida. I hope they're doing very well. How's your weather in Florida? I know up in Idaho, there's getting some rain right now. Just got text from a person up there. Been great weather here. 78, 79 degrees. I love it. I love that weather. See, I'm in the desert and it gets very, very hot. And when you get up to the triple digit, man, forget it. You got your air going, your bills are going up. You know how that works. Any fan you got on is going to keep your bill going up. But I shut them all down. And in fact, I think we got one fan going in here right now. So, but it got a little warm for this big window that we have. People drive by and wave. It's the local little radio station here. So let's open that. Let's go to commercial, and then I'll open the phone lines. Yeah.
There's no typical meth user. I was from an upper middle class family. Meth is terribly addictive. My first time using it, I was hooked. There was no turning back. I lost my job and I was homeless. I never thought I'd see my family again. I have a great fear of meth because it took so much of me. I mean, it took everything. Meth took over my soul.
Visit our website at drugfree.org A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
You ignore the signs, so you enable.
You don't want to sound like a hypocrite, so you enable.
You don't want to alienate your child, so you enable.
But if you think they're trying drugs, you shouldn't be afraid.
You are the parent.
So you are able.
You are strong.
So you are able. There are others just like you.
So you are able. And we can help.
So you are able.
Get help at drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
Now, back with Glenn Larry on UFO Talk Radio, deep in the desert of Nevada.
That's where we're at, I'll tell you for sure. We're going to do right now one of those lines up, and I'll give the number out.
To talk with Glenn Larry, deep in the desert of Nevada, lines are open at 1-702-874-1114. That's 702-874-1114. For rump lines are open at 775-990-8275. That's 775-990-8275.
And those are the magic numbers, everybody. Yes, about dreams, or what do you want to talk about tonight? The black hole, or what's going on? What's interesting you right now? Want to stay away from politics, please, if you can. That's kind of go somewhere else with that. Yeah, so I really must say that. No, but love to have you guys call and talk about that. Yeah, dreams mean a lot of different things. I looked up the website here, and dreams can reflect on your day, or that you had your dream, and what's going to happen in your day, how you feel. Or you might have some crazy dream that, hey man, I hope that doesn't happen, but I think dreams make you aware of certain things in your life too. How things may go in that day. Yeah, you're upbeat, downbeat, how you feel. Yeah. Your dreams can really, like I said earlier, can really make a difference in what you do and how your health is and all that. Now, what's interesting is the psychic part of the dream. And I've heard from so many psychics and folks that are into the clairvoyant thing all about the psychic, how you can talk to people from the other side, Well, we got a caller. Hello, caller. Where are you from? And what's your name, please?
Glenn Larry, it's Fast Eddie. How are you?
Hey, Fast Eddie. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
Well, good. We're talking about dreams tonight. Have you had any interesting dreams?
I do. I was thinking about the dreams, and I was thinking about the idea of ascension and the way that we kind of ascend into our dreams.
Interesting.
And the way that our PC, once in a while, it needs a reason to update the software.
Huh.
And that gets our PC ready for the next day so we could log in and we know what's coming, right?
Yes.
Well, I think that the dreams that we have are very similar in the sense it's a software update. And so what's happening is our consciousness is connecting with 17 levels of our DNA. Our DNA contains 17 levels of our past existence. So we have 17 fathers in our DNA.
Mm.
Well, people talk to themselves. They have gut feelings, yada, yada.
Yeah.
When we go to sleep, we ascend and we download the same way that our computer gets an update, and we get ready based on our DNA and the data in our particular situation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. On that whole thing there, as you're rebooting yourself, what do some of these dreams mean? Like you're dreaming about, you're talking to somebody that's passed away, and they're giving you a message. Is that some data that they send you from the other side, or how's that work? I know it's kind of a different question for you.
I'm having a heck of a time hearing you, bud.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is that if a loved one comes to you in a dream, and that loved one gives you a message, where does that data come from?
Okay. So what that comes from is once all of our loved ones pass away, they become part of the spirit realm. And what that realm does is it connects with us. And if we are in tune with that, it gives us advice.
Right.
And you might call it a gut instinct to take a left instead of a right. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's not a gut instinct. That is your spirit realm. And that is the energy of all of your past ones giving you the inspiration and the knowledge that you need to guide you to get through this maze.
Right. Of that, whatever's coming to be or whatever they tell you, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So why do I go down this street? I should have made a right, but I ended up making a left. And this guy ended up telling me something that I absolutely needed to hear. And it's changed my course. Well,
Right.
that's not a doggone coincidence.
Right.
That's a doggone part of your cosmic guidance. And the fact that the people that have passed away before you, they are now part of your energy, and they are now giving you your guidance and your direction to get where you need to get.
Interesting. When you dream about flying or something like that, or what does that mean? Is that a what is that? You're flying. You're dreaming that you're flying. Is that?
I wish I knew what that was, but
Yeah.
I have had a lot of that experience, and it's always the same dream. I'm jumping off the same rooftop,
Really?
and I'm flying, and I'm going through this ditch where I lived when I grew up,
Mhm.
and I wish I knew how to answer that for you.
Wow.
But I believe what it means is in your dream, you are being connected to, and you're being told you are capable of a lot more than you know, and you can do a lot more than you think you can. And I think that's what the flying part is. Can you fly right now in physical space? No. But once you unleash your mind and you connect and you ascend
Right.
and learn how to meditate and
Mhm.
learn how to center yourself, then you could do amazing things. And I think that's what it's about.
Interesting. Gosh. Well, I think success is that it. I mean, you can tell yourself in a dream, "I'm going to dream this tonight," and you go to sleep, and maybe you don't dream it, okay, but you do. But you're going to tell yourself you're going to be successful in this dream by dreaming this certain thing, and you do or you don't. Now, how's that work? I mean, is there a way to tell yourself, "I'm going to dream that dream and go back to that dream that I had the other night, which is so good," or "I want to finish it out"? I mean,
I love that you asked that because I actually have a dry erase board and I've been writing things down from my dreams that I don't understand yet. And I hope to understand what they mean.
wow.
And once we learn how to connect those things and communicate with what is probably our better self, probably our higher consciousness, and probably our spirit guide, once we learn how to remember that stuff, I think that's going to be a real game changer for everyone.
Wow, awareness, the opening the mind, the awareness. Interesting. Gosh. Yeah, I think that's a true fact, what you just said. That will be a better thing for everybody and know more about ourselves through these dreams of communication.
We got to get in tune, man.
Yeah.
We got to get in touch with ourselves. And a lot of these gut instincts, a lot of these observations that we're making, they're not random. A lot of these could be our own selves telling us this from a future dimension.
Right.
I could be reaching back and saying, "Hey, Marty McFly,
Yeah.
don't step on that banana peel."
Yeah.
That's not a gut instinct on Marty McFly's gut. That is an actual interaction, and there's something happening here.
Yeah, I imagine so. You're hearing your own voice telling yourself, "Do not watch that banana. What you're doing." Yeah, it's
Right.
interesting. It's
Exactly.
Yeah, I dig that. Yeah, I think that.
So listen, brother, long time no taco.
Yes.
I've seen you pop up here on YouTube. I
Great.
love you. I
Hey,
support you.
thanks so
and I hope
much.
you're doing really, really well. And I just hope the best for you. And I'm going to keep watching you here on Kagos.
Hey, thank you so very much, my friend. Be
Okay,
well,
bro.
Bye bye now. Thanks, Ed.
Okay, man.
Great guy, man. Every time I talk to him, I always get some really good stuff. You know that. You ever get callers like that? You hope that they call back and they don't hear from them for a while. You don't want to lose anybody, of course, but it's always interesting talking to him. Great guy. Yeah. So there you be. That's some pretty cool stuff. We're talking to ourselves in our dreams, giving ourselves at our higher level, probably. And I think I can go with that. Yeah. About the lady that woke up with sand in her bed and she dreams about the ocean and all that. That's another level too, maybe. But I like about the data that we're updating ourselves and we're, all that. That's rebooting ourselves. It's probably a great thing that we're doing. I like to get a deep sleep. I haven't had a deep, real good sleep since I was young. You ever said that to yourself, God, I really want to go down hard, man, and sleep good and wake up. Oh my gosh. I don't get it. 3 to 4 hours I get to sleep, and then the cat jumps on me. And she got me, bam, 60 pounds of cat. She doesn't even weigh that much, but she can, she can land on you. You'll think so. Or she can land on you like a feather. I don't even know she's in bed. Yeah, that's my cat, baby kitty. You have animals like that? Yeah, they dream too. Yeah, I watch her dream. Paw start going and all sorts of stuff. Dogs are fun to watch too. They really are. They'll be galloping. It's unbelievable. And they'll be barking. And I've heard my cat meow once in her sleep. That's about it. But birds kind of move their feathers. That's about out. Still about birds. But yeah, what animal doesn't sleep? It's always just constantly their eyes are open. Is there an animal out there? Or let's see. Let me think. What doesn't sleep? Well, if they have eyes, they get eyelids, I guess. But no, we're going to take some more calls.
To talk with Glenn Larry, deep in the desert of Nevada, lines are open at 1-702-874-1114. That's 702-874-1114. Now, here again, Glenn Larry.
Thank you, Ross. What a great job. Yes, we're taking your calls, and I just had the first one from Eddie. Thank you so very much. I'm going to thank also Sheldon Battery out there for helping us with our batteries in our Kagos vehicle. Yeah, great guy. You want to know about batteries? Hot and cold when the weather is, when you replace those batteries, what batteries really do, how they're made and all that. They got new batteries out now. Unbelievable. Give them a call, 702-362-8180. And ask for Jeff and ask about batteries. Tell him I told you to call him and get some information on that, because it's only a certain shelf life on them anyway, but they can be taken care of. How you take care of a battery. Who thinks it's under the hood? You're driving every day. That's the heart of your car or vehicle or what have you. You're using that battery for. It's got to be charged and kept charged. So, yeah, I've heard some stuff about some cars that are running on water. Now, it's been around for quite some time. A gentleman that really had that invention back in the day, and being poisoned, but I'm from whom? I think we know, don't we? Yes, but hey, imagine running that car on water. Yeah, that would be the answer to my gas problems. Gasoline has gone up; it should be going down. Please make it go down. And there's reasons for that too, as you know. Yeah, it's no reason it should be that high. Electric cars, that's interesting. My buddy has one, and boy, does that thing take off. A Tesla, just on a dime. Unbelievable. Quiet, the whole bit, and it almost drives itself. It's pretty interesting. But I want my gas car. Yeah, But if they go away, we got the battery cars, right? But the grids are down. I don't know how it's going to work. But what the heck? Cars, yes. Well. Open that line up again.
To talk with Glenn Larry, deep in the desert of Nevada, lines are open at 1-702-874-1114. That's 702-874-1114.
Mom, you wanted to talk to me?
The calendar hypnosis into thumbtack cushion, completely tailwind. And sewing elephants plant before cartoon paper cups. So numbers renovate.
If your teenager is trying drugs or alcohol, would you know the right words to use?
Afterward, lightly fish scale. Doorbell.
Find out what to say at drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
Yes. Good stuff, man. What messages to give to people, right? Drugs. Yep, a lot of that on the street these days, I'll tell you for sure. Now, there's a suicide line now they have out, which is 988, not 911, but 988. And if you have some problems, get a hold of them. They'll take care of you. Do give them a call. The next day is always the better day. Trust me. Yes. Well, we are talking about dreams tonight. And, gosh, I've had some weird ones. I've had ones that, just like this gentleman had said, that your higher self is talking to you, that I'm going to go to this certain building and meet these certain people. And I've never met these people before, but I dreamt that I had met them. And it was those people that I dreamt about, like deja vu. But I had dreamt 2 nights before that where I was going to this building, not knowing prior, by the way. And I meet these 2 people. Now, that's pretty crazy stuff. So that's a different level. Things are going on. They say you leave yourself open a little bit with the dreaming. You happen to your spirit, your soul is open. So I always say prayers before I go to bed. Trust me, protect me and watch over me. I don't want anything coming in or something astral projection and all that stuff going on. Unless you're preparing yourself for it, I guess. But I don't do that. But yeah. But dreams are pretty interesting stuff and how they do happen. So if you got a dream story or something like that, do give us a call. Let's talk about your dreams. You don't have to give your real name. You don't want to, but yeah, dreams. We're going to have another show on that. And I've got a couple more people I want to bring on in the studio about that. But we're going to do that again. Let's get some open lines.
To talk with Glenn Larry, deep in the desert of Nevada, lines are open at 1-702-874-1114. That's 702-874-1114. Now, here again, Glenn Larry.
Yes, we're back. Are you going to Halloween? What are you going to do on Halloween? What are you going to go as? What are you going to be on Halloween? Are you going to go to a party? Are you going to dress up this year? Are you going to take the kids out? Tailgating has been a big thing for Halloween. You get these tailgates, and this, churches do it all the time. We get a bunch of cars together, and then they tailgate, and they do their the Halloween stuff with the kids and the candy and what have you. Do check that candy, everybody, before those kids get that candy. Check it all out. Yeah, you want to make sure there's nothing going on there. Kind of strange stuff can happen on Halloween. Yeah, Halloween. Yeah. Last week, we talked about the Ouija board. That's where it became very popular on Halloween in 1901. That's when they kind of really brought it out and really made it the big stuff. It was around, but they made it big on Halloween. And that's where you talk to the spirits through the board. Yeah. It's popular on Halloween, of course. Yeah. But don't get one. I have nothing to do with those Ouija boards. They're not, like I told you, not safe. That was a good show, though. Yeah. We have to talk about time travel. That's coming up real soon again. I got some new folks for that. Did I mention Anthony Schmidt Photography? Go to him online, Anthony Schmidt Photography. He takes pictures of old cars, model cars, casted cars. Have you ever seen those? I got one in front here of an old Cadillac or old stuff in garages in front of houses. And he steps you right back into the 50s and 60s and these old cars and what have you. And this guy's fantastic. Look him up. He's unbelievable. We got a caller. Hello, caller. What's your name and where are you from?
Hey, John from Los Angeles. How's it going, Larry?
Hey, John from Los Angeles. Good to talk to you. How was L.A.?
Yeah, doing good. Beautiful day today. I got out and went on a few errands, as they say, and all good. Doing good down here. It's good to hear you.
Good. Well, we're talking.
Can you hear me okay, too? I'm doing a speaker, so is the quality okay?
Yeah, the quality's okay. I can hear you okay.
Okay, great. Yeah, I love talking about dreams and things like that. It's really cool. I used to be restaurant manager for about 10 years of my life, so a lot of my dreams it's like I'm walking through this endless, huge restaurant, and different settings depending on the dream. But I just keep walking, and customers are looking at me like, "What's going on?" They're waving me down. I just smile, and how's it going? And I'm in my head, I'm like, I'm stressing, but my behavior is just trying to stay calm and cool. Like I give them the thumbs up, like we'll be right with you. But meanwhile, I'm looking around, and there's no employees anywhere. I'm like, what's going on here? This is like a huge restaurant. I just keep walking and walking.
Wow.
And it's just, anyway, I have that. That's probably my main recurring dream I have a lot, or at least that I remember,
When you have that type of dream, how
Sorry,
do
say again?
How do you feel when you wake up when you have that type of dream?
Kind of stressed, like, like you would in that situation, like, oh my goodness, like, because I'm supposed to be managing the restaurant.
Right.
And it's like, but where's everyone?
Yeah, where's everybody? And unbelievable.
There's plenty of customers, but there's no one helping, and including me too, which wasn't my style actually. When I was for about 10 years, I've been restaurant manager in different places like IHOP or upscale restaurants in LA and Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved it, and so I was a working manager. I wasn't there just telling people what to do. I'd be helping out too, So
Of
that's
course.
really so not like me, but I just feel so overwhelmed when I wake up. Like, oh my goodness.
God, yeah. I'm not helping or something's like that's going on. I've had those dreams where I'm trying to get something done and I didn't complete it. And I get up and I go, oh, I've already made my bed or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, exactly.
You're thinking, but this gentleman I called earlier, we were talking about it's your dreams are rebooting yourself like a computer. It's kind of interesting whole deal there. What he said.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I know there's a message there
Mm-hmm.
and all, and there's definitely meanings. And I'm hardly an expert at it. So, but the ones that are really weird or kind of feel like, and I'm sure you've had these or other listeners have had these, where someone has just passed, your mother, your father, or a close friend,
Mm-hmm.
or just a friend, but then you'll see them. They'll be in a dream, and you're like,
Yeah.
But it makes me feel good. So when I wake up, if I do happen to wake up from those at that moment, I feel really good, like they visited me. And I don't know, obviously that's not even any evidence, of course,
Well,
even
never know.
circumstantial, of course, but just makes me feel good, like they're still with me, which I really do believe. We just go on and on. I don't think this is just a one shot through. I think our soul definitely carries on to other lifetimes, I guess, or other experiences.
I believe that also.
Yeah.
But I've dreamt of folks that have passed away, and they've been gone for years, and their life right there talking to me like I don't say to myself, hey man, you're dead.
Exactly.
I've never said that in my dream, but
right. Breaking news, you're dead.
Yeah. And I wonder if I would have said something to that person, what would their comeback be?
Yeah, that's true. They might have said, breaking news for you. We go on, bro. So.
Yeah, they might have a message or two, but sure.
Yeah.
Gosh, but so have you had any successful dreams where?
I can't quite hear you, Larry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Have you had any successful dreams?
Successful?
Yes.
Yeah, and I can't think of specifically one in particular, but yeah, definitely had some where I feel like really accomplished. I have actually had a few of those, but in the restaurant setting, because that was like so fun for me. That's like one of my favorite jobs I've ever had, and people that some will laugh at me and go, "You loved being a restaurant manager? Are you crazy?"
Oh,
because I guess it's one of those most stressful jobs. But I think if you love what you do, it's not stress. I never felt like I was working. I was just enjoying myself and of course accomplishing things. So yeah, I've had some of those, but not recently. The ones that keep recurring, or at least I remember. Again, we don't know. I think we have many dreams every night, they say, but the ones I remember are the ones that are stressful. So maybe that's the message for me. I don't know.
Right. Well, maybe you're looking for a job or looking to do something else in your life or something like that, and that's what happens. But like I was saying earlier, you only remember 95% of your dreams when you wake up.
Oh, I'm sorry. What percentage do we remember?
95%, they say.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And you can have 3 or 4 dreams a night, different dreams,
Yeah.
And it's like
quite a few every night or something, depending. I don't know. I forget the number. We've all read different researchers.
Yeah.
Seen different things, but it's interesting topic, and I think it's a great topic for tonight. I think you made a
thank
choice
you.
Tonight. I just tuned in. Sorry, I just started about 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, so
okay.
I missed half, but hopefully people are enjoying it.
John, we do have another caller on.
Yeah, go ahead, and good to talk to you, Larry.
Thank you so much. Hello, caller, and what's your name and where are you from, sir?
Hey, this is Lonnie calling from Las Vegas.
Okay, Lonnie, we're talking about dreams tonight. Have you had some
Lonnie.
Lonnie. Okay. Have you had some interesting dreams?
Well, I have. I've got to the point where I can have a lucid dreams where you can control your dreams.
Okay.
Have you heard of this, Glenn?
Well, I have not heard of this, but I've reoccurring dreams. I've heard of that.
No. When you, Glenn, it's lucid dreams is when you are in a dream and you realize you are in a dream. But most people, when they dream, they just, just go with it, no matter how absurd the situation is. They just their psychological mind just goes with it. And what people need to learn to do is when they realize that their dream is completely absurd, they need to switch over and tell themselves, "Oh, I'm dreaming." And when you realize you are dreaming, you do have control over the dream, Glenn. I've learned to do this for the past 10 years now. I had a gentleman talk to me and teach me this technique, and it's fascinating the things that the mind can create in your dream state.
Interesting. So you tell yourself that you're dreaming and you can switch to another dream?
Well, no. Let me give you an example. That the last wonderful dream that I had was I was in some country with large mountains, a mountain range, and there were people that, and I could not tell the type of people, but they were speaking a different language.
Okay.
And I could speak that language too. Now, at this point, my mind started to wonder if this indeed is a dream. And the people in my dream were pointing to the mountain range using their language, which I do remember, which is they kept using the word hora over and over again, which coincidentally, I did end up looking that up. It is hora is a word for mountain in the I believe in the Czech Republic or something like this.
Okay.
Anyway, once they were pointing to that, and I started to realize that I was in a dream, I was able to control it, and the mountain range was moving. And I definitely, in a dream, mountains don't move. Okay. So if you can keep your wits about you in the dream, as opposed to just going with it as a hallucination, if you can tell yourself, I'm in a dream because this is impossible. So since I knew I was in a dream, I was able to move the mountains with my mind, with my dream state, and I was able to move mountains, create different vortexes in the sky, and I was able to make different colors in the sky. Very, very wonderful experience that I did have in this particular range.
That's incredible.
Everybody can do this. It just takes practice. Even when you're having what we call nightmare, you can, if you realize that you are dream. People, when they're awake, you heard the term, "Oh, let me pinch myself. I must be dreaming."
Yes,
you've heard this.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, if indeed people could do this, Glenn, in other words, go, "Oh, I must be dreaming," in their mind, saying "pinch myself," instead of saying "pinch myself," you can say, "I am dreaming. I am in control of this dream, and I am in control of the fictions in my mind." So if you are in control, you can essentially be the artist or the painter inside your brain.
Your own movie maker. You're the producer. You're the director of your dreams.
It's a wonderful technique,
Yeah.
and your listeners should try this.
Yeah.
It can be scary because this is the unknown. This is something that could scare people.
Yes.
Especially if you're having a rather unpleasant dream. But once your brain realizes that you're having a dream, you have control now, and you can do what you want.
Huh. Interesting. Now, we talked about psychic dreams. What do you think about that, sir?
Oh, I've heard of this. Me particularly, I do not.
Okay.
Like I said before, in that dream of the languages that were being spoke,
right?
And I distinctly remember the word hora,
Hora.
H-O-R-A, hora.
Okay.
And I after waking up, I did look it up, and it is a Chechenian from Czechoslovakia. This language, the word hora, I looked it up. It is mountain range.
Huh,
so it is
that's interesting.
coincidental. Did I know this subconsciously? I don't know. Or was it indeed communicating with somebody, something? I don't know. I did find it strange that I do not know Chechen. I do not know this. I've never been to Czechoslovakia. I don't know these people, and but I did pick up the word hora. And indeed, it is mountain range. They were pointing. These people were pointing to the mountain range, almost telling me to move it.
Oh, wow. That's something. Do you have the same dream once in a while? Or do you have the same recurring dream? Or just every dream's different with you and you can do these things? I mean...
Well, everybody has the falling dream. And, people, there's a myth of, if you fall and you land, you'll die. You've heard this. This is an old wives' tale. This is absolutely not true. I've landed several times. Once you're falling, you can tell yourself, I'm dreaming, and you can start to fly. You can start doing multiple gymnastics tricks. This is what I do. And then once indeed I do land, I do the gymnastics types of tricks and then land on my feet. And there you go. I mean, and I don't wake up. I continue on bouncing around.
Interesting. That's something. Yeah. And dreaming in color, are black and white. Which do you dream in?
Oh, definitely color. I don't. People say you don't dream in color, and I don't believe that's the case because the subconscious mind definitely remembers the spectrum of colors. So I don't believe. I used to think that what happens is most people when they dream and they go on with their life and the dream starts to drift away into their mind, that they don't remember the colors. They don't remember things, and they start to slip away. And the colors are probably one of the first things that do.
Yeah, that's something. I believe I dream in color. I'm quite sure of it. I remember. Yeah, I've talked to folks in the dreams. People passed away, and that's a different one. But like talk to this other gentleman, that's a beautiful thing to talk to somebody you haven't seen for a long time, and that they're gone. And that's the psychic part.
It's very common to speak with loved ones and people that have passed, and this is very, very, very common. I'm really up in the air about it. Is it truly them, or if it's just a subconscious
memory, or
your mind is allowing them to live on?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's also interesting. Huh. Well, gosh, I want to thank you for calling in. Appreciate it. And
it's my pleasure. I do listen to your show Glenn occasionally.
Good.
And when I saw the topic of dreams, I did want to call in and tell you about my experiences and the way that I do control my dreams with a lucid dreaming technique. And your listeners who are listening, they can do a little research. They can use the internet and Google lucid dreaming techniques, and it can be very fun and fascinating, and some of the things that you can do, and it's wonderful to be able to be in control of your subconscious dream state.
Do you keep a log also about your dreams? I mean, you write your own movie script.
I used to do a lot of that, but now to me it's just one. I don't dream every night, so when I do, to me it's fun. I have a good time.
Yeah, well, I bet you do. That's interesting. You have that talent. That's fantastic. Well, I'll work on that myself. Again, thank you for calling, sir.
My pleasure. Have a good night there, Glenn.
Thank you kindly. Yeah, that's interesting, huh? How about that, folks? Unbelievable. Might try that tonight. Yeah. I'll pick out a list of dreams, what I want to dream, and maybe go into that and change that whole scene. Fantastic. We'll open the lines up again. Let's see what we get.
To talk with Glenn Larry, deep in the desert of Nevada, lines are open at 1-702-874-1114. That's 702-874-1114.
Yeah, you betcha. Give us a call. Talk about dreams. Had some good calls lately, and we'll keep that momentum going, I'll tell you for sure. Again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to K-Ghost, and we're on YouTube. We're on Podcast, Apple Podcasts. We're on, StreamYard, Reverb Nation, Speaklers, Spotify, Twitter also, Archer, iHeartRadio. Of course, you get the UFO Talk Radio and K-Ghost Radio and OlympiaRadio.com and CountryVaultRadio.com. Yeah, we're on all those too. So you can always go to GoodSpringsRadio.com also. Yeah, it's good to be on all those different podcasts. Our numbers are up and down. We'll be on YouTube, of course, and a lot of different shows on there. You just go down to YouTube, and if you know how to work it properly, but you can go to live or past shows, and we've got all those shows listed, the good ones and the bad ones and the fun ones and the sad ones, whatever. But they're all there for you, and we're having a lot of fun on radio. The thing is to have fun when you do radio. Don't get all tied up in, other guys do get all worried about it. I'm going to keep mine down to level. We're having fun. That's what it's all about. You're listening to K-Ghost FM 101.3, AM 1610. That's 101.3. And Good Springs Community Hobby Radio, Part 15, beautiful downtown Good Springs, deep in the desert of Nevada. How about that, huh? Yeah. Dreams. Let's see who we get this time. Hello, where are you from and what's your name? And welcome to the show. Hello.
Hi, this is Mr. Thomas.
Hello, Mr. Thomas. We're talking about dreams tonight. And Mr. Thomas, how have you had some interesting dreams?
I have. Also, I was going to comment about the color part. I know 100% that I do dream in full color.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, when I wake up, I kind of it takes me a while to shift from the dream world to like this one.
Interesting.
So yes, we do dream in color.
Yeah.
I know I do.
Yeah. I don't think I remember dreaming in black and white, but they say what we do that also. That's
right. I've heard that some people do. I've heard also some people don't remember their dreams at all.
Yeah.
But, I've just, as far as the question of dreaming in color, at least I know that I do. So,
yeah.
Now, as far as what I'm curious about with dreams is, if they cover a range of different, are they prophetic or, they, as an example, I had a dream where I reached next to me in the bed and my wife wasn't there.
Oh.
And started to panic and, feel all around. It's like, oh my gosh, where is she? Where is she? And I woke up and, that dream stuck with me for a little while. But what's interesting is, due to circumstances, she's not there anymore.
Right.
So that dream came true. Is that was a prophetic dream.
Right.
But I've had other dreams where, like, I was like the owner operator of an amusement park.
Huh.
Right. So I'm like, well, what's that about? I mean, that hasn't come true, and the way the park looked was kind of a little bit bizarre compared to our world. So I don't understand. I'm just curious as to what exactly happens in the dream. I mean, are we connected with the divine sometimes, and sometimes we're not?
What about the gal that dreamt she was at the beach all the time and she wakes up and she found sand in her bed? And she doesn't live near the beach at all. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that would be really trippy.
Yeah, you bet.
I guess that could be worse, though.
Oh, yeah.
But, so I mean, in her case, I don't know if she would have somebody like set up a camera to actually watch her.
Right. Huh.
Or to see if she could figure out where she knew she went. Have the sand analyzed.
Yeah, really.
But the dream world is very, very bizarre.
Very bizarre. And then, you have dreams where you dream and all of a sudden maybe you just don't wake up and you actually pass away in your dream. Or what are you dreaming? Or I don't know. Do you go out that way maybe? Or will you die? Or do you go out with that dream when you're dreaming? Or,
Well, see, that's something I don't know if we could answer. I've had dreams that, one dream I had is that I was in a hot air balloon and I fell out of the basket.
Oh, no.
And I was holding on to it.
Oh, no.
And for some reason, I felt that if I knew I was dreaming, but I felt that if I let go of the basket, that it would become reality.
Oh.
So I held onto that basket of that hot air balloon, for my life.
Yeah, right.
Because I was absolutely certain that if I let go, that I would wake up and it would actually be happening.
Wow. Yeah, that's
and I never did let go.
Yeah. Well, the gentleman that called earlier about how we can, really use our minds to change our dreams. Hey, I'm dreaming, and okay, I'm going to move that basket up towards my feet. Maybe you could have done that, but that's try to work with your dreams like that. That's interesting what he had to say. I thought that was pretty cool. That you can change your dreams as you're dreaming, like move that mountain, like you said. I had one where I fell off an airplane. I'm hanging onto the wheel, and I'm not letting go, and I could feel the wind and everything else, And gosh, I woke up. I was like, oh my God, did that really happen? It's so real. Dreams can be so realistic, unbelievable. And you're going, God, glad I'm in my bed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Seriously, when I wake up in the morning, my dreams can be so intense that it does take a little bit of time to adjust from the dream world to this one, because my mind is kind of like trying to determine exactly where it is.
Exactly. Do you write your dreams down? That's what I would try to do as much as you can. They say
I do. I try to journal as much as possible, but a lot of times I have dreams like, oh, I'll never forget that one.
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes later, it's like, what was it again?
Yeah. They say.
Well, I wanted to say, like with the lucid dreaming where you control your dreams.
Yes.
Sometimes I wonder, though, if you're actually doing yourself a good thing, or if it's a bad thing, because if you actually are receiving messages from the divine, but you take control of your dreams and control them yourself, would it hinder that connection with the divine?
Yeah, it's taking it away. Interesting.
Right. You know, it's kind of like what we do in our regular life. We've been given divine instructions, and we don't do it. We do things our own way. Well, when we sleep, it kind of opens the door for, I believe that, it gives the divine the opportunity to communicate us without all the distractions and us doing it our own way. But then if you realize that you have the capability to, instead of, just going along with the dream, that you make it so you're doing it your own way, are you getting the same amount of information that you would otherwise?
Very interesting. We're at the top of the hour. Sir, Mr. Thomas, thank you so very much for your phone call. And you're sounding loud and clear there. Everything's sounding good on your side. And
thank you.
We got our phones. Yeah, we got our phones back up, and hopefully they'll stay up, and we'll do well. But we're always working on all these little problems we have. It's all working out. Hey, I want to tell everybody to play well, be well, dream well, do the best you can. This is Glenn Larry. We'll see you next Tuesday. Have fun. Thank you for being on and listening. Tune in again. Check out our archives if you can.